असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय। ओम शांति शांति शांति। Dear friends, I am extremely happy to meet you all this morning. As you know, the topic of the workshop today is how to win the game of life. I think some of you were present yesterday. How many of you were present yesterday? Oh, so excepting 3, 4, all were present. So yesterday I told about, when we were talking about time management, I said that the most important item of time management is A, analyzing the goal of life, the purpose of life, analyzing the priorities of life. So unless until you set the goal, you will not be able to have the proper time management. I gave an example. If you work very hard and you apply all the techniques of time management, and whatever work could have taken 1 month, you finish within 11 days. A beautiful project you finish, and then you submit the project to your boss, and then he says, I had not told you to prepare this project, the project was different. What happens to you? So the right type of project, doing the things right is very nice, but doing right things is more important. So whether, supposing you play the game of life very nicely, but you do not know the purpose, and at the end of the day you find that you have entered a wrong ground, what happens? So most important thing is, find out, we want to have the victory. What is meant by victory? We want to win the game of life. All of you play games. Some play cricket, hockey, football. There are indoor games, chess, Ludo. So many types of games are there, carom. And all the games when we play, we want to win. Everybody wants to win. But sometimes we do not win. Now that is a part of the game. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. So that is the first law that you have to remember. You must have sportsman spirit to accept the defeat in a sportsman spirit and prepare for another victory in the next game. This is the most important thing. But first of all, let us see, all the types of games are being played. What is this game of life is all about? All of us have to play this game of life, isn't it? All of us are born. And what is life? Life is a very complex thing, very difficult to define. But let us put it like this, that life is duration between birth and death. Can we say like that? What is life? We want to manage life. We want to win the game of life. What is life? So life is a very, very wide term. Now I will try to confine myself to the human life, because we are now talking with human beings. If I talk to the animals, I will talk about animal life. But now all of you are sitting here human beings. Any doubt? All are human beings. So we are talking about human life. And this human life is between birth and death. Of course, Dr. Reynolds Moody has written a beautiful book. The name of the book is Life After Life. Life After Life. And he has given many examples how many people after death experiences they have narrated. And Dr. Stevens Dr. Stevenson has made lot of researches and has verified the theory of reincarnation, that so many children, they told, in my past birth I was like this, and they verified, yes, exactly all the things are matching. Thousands of such cases. But anyway, for the time being, I'll confine myself not to that eternal life, that is life after life. I will confine myself to the present life. That is, thinking thereby that our life ends, though it does not end. For the time being, we presume, hypothetically, that the life ends at the time of death. So there is an end to the life. That is one thing we have to remember. And before we die, we must win the game. So the time is very limited. You must remember. Another thing is that you have 5-day test match. Then it one day also. Then there are 20-20 and now 10-10 also. But this is a peculiar game where you do not know the duration because it depends upon the individual. Some may be living 100 years, some may be living 70 years, some may be living only 2 years, and some may die prematurely without being born itself, right in the womb. So, the duration of this life depends upon the individual. There is no standard life. So when you are trying to win the game of life, you have to remember that what is the meaning of winning the game of life? And when can you say that we have won the game of life? If you can laugh, if you can have a last laugh at the time of your last breath, then you have won the game. So Kabir says beautifully, जब तू आया जगत में जग हंसे तू रोए ऐसी करनी कर चलो मरते समय तुम हंसो जग रोए. When the child is born, छोटा बच्चा पैदा होता है, उआ उआ रोता है, बेचारा अकेला रोता है, and all the other people are clapping, जन्म हुआ, नया बच्चा आया, नया, so all are rejoicing. The poor child is weeping, all are laughing, isn't it? And when the child does not weep, all other people start weeping, something wrong. Then they call the doctor, and the doctor gives some injection, and then it starts weeping, and then all the people, they start rejoicing, then clapping. जब तू आया जगत में जग हंसे तू रोए. When you are born, you alone were weeping, and all others were laughing. But you live the game of life in such a manner that at the time of death, you alone are smiling and all other people weep. Oh, itne अच्छे आदमी थे चले गए. And you are laughing. Why? I have won the game of life. I am so happy. I have won the game of life. I did not do anything wrong to anybody. I am so happy. I have lived the life fully. I have lived for others. I lived the life profitably. I have lived the life in a purposeful way. And भगवान का नाम लिया, भगवान का काम किया, अब भगवान के पास परम धाम में जा रहा हूं. I am going to the abode of peace and bliss. I am so happy. And you go there after life, after death, to an abode of bliss, and let all other people weep. Oh, इतने अच्छे आदमी थे चले गए. Then you can say you have won the game of life. Now, I ask many youngsters, have we ever thought what is the purpose of your life? I ask many youngsters. They say, yes, purpose of life is to become engineer, doctor, chartered accountant, this, that. I said, no, this is okay. That is, you want to take up that career, very nice. What is the ultimate aim of life? Ultimate purpose of life? So that you do not have any regrets that I could not fulfill that purpose. At the time of death, you don't have any regrets that I did not play the game well and I did not achieve what I had to achieve before death. Have you ever thought about it? Any one of you? Have you ever thought what is the ultimate aim of life? Ultimate purpose of life? Have you ever thought, any one of you? Yes. What is your opinion? What is the ultimate aim of life? At least you have thought about it, that's a great thing. Yeah. Very nice, very nice. So at least you have thought about it, that my ultimate aim of life is to do some good to others, of something which will be beneficial to humanity, isn't it? So that people will remember me. Is that, am I sure, am I right? So that is also one very good aim of life. That is, carrying out certain good activities, so that at the time of death you don't have regrets that no, मैंने अच्छा काम किया, I have tried to help humanity wherever possible, I have tried to help others, and I want to live satisfactorily that I did not do any at least harm to others. And I have been of some service to some people. And I want to dedicate myself to the service of humanity to the extent possible. That's a very good aim of life. Anybody else? Yes. Kar bhala ho bhala. Yes, you are also coming to the same point. If you do good, then you will get good. So Buddha said, Lord Buddha said, what is the purpose of life? Be good and do good. Do good, be good. Yes, that is one of very great purpose, good purpose. That is very nice thing. Anybody else having, yeah.
I want to serve my nation and my society. Something good which is beneficial to society and nation.
You want to you want to be of some service to society.
Yes.
Yeah, that is what same thing. All the three persons have told the same thing, that we want to serve humanity, we want to do good to others, we want to serve society. So one and the same thing. So all the three have got this ultimate aim of life. Anybody else has thought? Yes? Huh? Very nice. So what he wants to say is that they have been told in the yoga classes that yoga means what? Yoga means union. Yoga has come from the word yuj dhatu. Yuj. From yuj, that is in Sanskrit, yuj means to unite. From that, yoga has come. And in fact, even Latin also, the word is yoke. To yoke also means to unite. So, from both points of view, yoga means to unite. Union between the individual self and the supreme self, that is called yoga. So, ultimate aim of life is to get united with the supreme self. The nature of that supreme self is infinite knowledge, infinite existence, infinite bliss. Now, that is what Vedanta also says, that is what Patanjali says. Patanjali has given in a little different way the same definition, that the purpose of life is to have infinite bliss in the form of samadhi. Nirvikalpa samadhi, yogas chittavritti nirodha. But anyway, if you go and try to find out with various great people, with various great scriptures, everywhere one idea you will get, that the present condition where we are now is a degeneration of the original good state, number one. Everybody says that we are not what we are at present, we are degenerated from the original, some very ideal state, and the ideal of life is to go back to that original state. That is evolution. For us, We are already, we are now going for evolution, but it is, in fact, we have been involved already. And now we are going towards evolution, but in one way, already we have evolved and we became involved, and again we are going back to evolution. So whatever it is, we have to go back to a state from where we have degenerated. So, according to Vedanta also, according to yoga scriptures also, according to Christianity, Christianity says, the kingdom of heaven is within you. It's already there. Now, but though the kingdom is there, I am miserable. Sometimes I feel miserable. When I get less marks in the examination, I feel miserable. When I lose some money, I feel miserable. When there is loss in the business, I feel miserable. If the kingdom of heaven is within, why should I feel miserable? It is because the kingdom of heaven is within, but I am not aware about it. That's the problem. I forget about it. So that ignorance is the main cause of our suffering. We have forgotten our own treasure. There is a big treasure already there in the house, but nobody knows about it. We are unaware about it, and that's why we are beeping, oh, I am poor, I am poor. Afterwards it is found out, oh, treasure is there. Your grandfather put that treasure under the earth. You just dig it, you will get it. So we don't have to get treasure from outside. Treasure is within ourselves, within our heart, inside us. Only thing is that we have forgotten about it. So that is why Kabir says, मोको कहाँ तो ढूंढे बंदे, मैं तो तेरे पास में, खोजोगे तो अभी मिलूंगा पल भर की तलाश में. The treasure of infinite joy, infinite bliss is there within everybody's heart. But then we are unaware about it. And that's why we are searching here and there and here and there. We are all searching. At long last we will find the search. After the long search we will find, oh, it was already here. नाभि कमल में है कस्तूरी, वृथा मृग फिरे बनकारे, बिन सदगुरु नर ऐसे ढूंढे जैसे फिरे पशु बनकारे. There is a special type of deer that is found in Himalayas. It is running mad. Why? It is getting some smell of a musk. So in search of that smell, that runs, and afterwards it gets tired and gets dies there. Afterwards it discovered musk was already in the navel of that musk deer. That is why I called it as musk deer. Kasturi mrig. नाभि कमल में है कस्तूरी, वृथा मृग फिरे बनकारे, बिन सदगुरु नर ऐसे ढूंढे जैसे फिरे पशु बनकारे. So we are like that kasturi mrig, running mad after some pleasures here and there. At long last we will find out, oh, it was already there. The treasure is within. So first thing, and that is why UNESCO, the latest mandate is, UNESCO's mandate is education dash the treasure within. Education dash the treasure within. The treasure is within. Already the kingdom of heaven is within you. And this source of infinite joy, infinite bliss, infinite knowledge, everything is inside. Esha sarveshu bhuteshu gudo atma na prakashate drishyate tagraya buddhya shukshmaya shukshmadarshvi. Inside every human being there is that source of infinite joy and happiness, but we have forgotten about it. We are unaware about it. Not only that, we are so much enamored by all our different types of occupations that we have forgotten why we have come to play the game of life. We want victory, but what is meant by victory? What is real victory? Some people say, yes, I will feel I have won the game of life if I can earn $100 billion and I become the richest person of the world. That is my purpose of life. And so I will die satisfactorily. Now, very good. You surpass Bill Gates, you surpass all the richest person of the world, become the richest person of the world. Then what happens? how much of that money can you carry with you after death? How much? Out of $100 billion, how much can you carry? Not a single. Okay. Okay, you go for education. Some people say, no, no, I want to education. So I'll do B.Ed, M.Ed, MS, PhD, this doctorate, that doctorate, multiple doctorates, multiple this, everything you do. So many certificates, gold medalist. How many certificates you can carry after death? How many? How many certificates can you carry? Not a single. So, you think that you have won the game of life and you have collected so many certificates, you have gone for education, you have gone for so much of property, beautiful cars, beautiful dresses, so much of money, everything. Ultimately, have you won the game of life? What is the net result? Zero. Why? What have you carried? Zero. So that does not mean I'm telling you not to go for money and all that. No. Not to go for economic development or financial development. I'm not telling. Not to go for education, no time. I am telling you the priorities of life. What do I want to achieve? Most of you are youngsters, isn't it? So, when will you start thinking? There is a Zen story. A horse was galloping at full speed. And somebody asked the person who was sitting on the horse, where are you going? And the person said, ask the horse. Because it is the horse who is carrying me. I am not carrying the horse. Horse is taking me. Similarly, we are not leading life. Life is leading us. We have never thought about it. What is the purpose of life? All are going mad after money, and we are also going after money. All are going mad after career development. We are also going after career development. So many career development courses are there. So we are going like a flock of sheep, but never thinking, why did I come to this earth? What is the special purpose, the mission of my life? What do I want to achieve before I die? What is the ultimate aim of life? And I asked many youngsters, they said, we never thought about it. So when you will start thinking about it, you know, there was a person, he was in a great hurry, so he sat down, he told the driver, jaldi chala, I am getting late. Oh, driver, full speed. Chala karke, from Vadodara, he came to Ahmedabad. Sahab, Ahmedabad आ गया. अरे उल्लू के पट्टे मुझे सूरत जाना था. अरे पहले बताना चाहिए बाबूजी. आप तो अहमदाबाद जाते हैं हमेशा गांधीनगर काम के लिए, तो मैं गांधीनगर ले आया. आपने भी बताया नहीं, मैंने भी पूछा नहीं, दोनों उल्लू के पट्टे. So the first question you should ask is, where do you want to go? Before starting the car, isn't it? Before starting the car, you should know where do you want to go. Otherwise, you go at full speed in a reverse direction. What happens? Had you gone on a slow speed, you would have gone little. But if you go full speed, you go far away. And then you have to come back again to that place, Baroda, and then go again to Surat. Is it wise thing? This is exactly what is happening. We have started our life, you know, the car journey has started 20 years back, 23 years back, 18 years back, 10 years back. Isn't it? Already journey has started. You are already born. 10 years back, 20 years back, the car has already gone, and yet you have never asked the question, where do I want to go? And car is going at full speed. Nobody has the time. Oh, don't touch me. I have, life is very fast. I want to do that. I want to do that. No time. All are running very fast. But where do you want to go? Ask the horse. I do not know. So, first thing is that ask the question, where do I want to go? What is meant by victory? I want to achieve victory. Yes, we are born to achieve victory. All of us are born to achieve victory. That is our birthright. Victory is our birthright. But what is meant by real victory? That we have to think. When Alexander the Great came to this country, he was advised by his teacher, you know, you are going to India, you bring a very good gift for our country. What should I bring? Then he said, you see, in India, very good saints are available. So you bring a very good saint for our country. So he came to India and he was searching for a saint. Once he was passing through a dense forest, he saw one saint sitting on a small hillock, and his face was shining and very serene face. He became very much impressed and he was in deep meditation. After his meditation was over, he started talking to that saint and he was amazed to learn about tremendous knowledge that he had about spiritual matters. So he became very much impressed. So Alexander said, now you please come with me. You come to my country. I will build a beautiful palace for you and I will give you beautiful dresses. I will give you nice food. Please come to my country. The saint smiled and said, why should I go to your country? I am very happy here. The tree is giving me fruits. This river is giving me beautiful, very nice water. I don't need any dress. The sky is my dress. I am very happy in Digambara state. I don't need your palace. I am very happy staying under a tree. I am very happy. I don't need to go anywhere. No, please come. I had told my teacher that I will bring a good saint and I am very much impressed by your knowledge. Please come. No, I will not come. You have to come. I will not come. Now, Alexander the Great, he had nobody had the courage to say no to him. So he became very much annoyed. If you don't come, I'll kill you. He drew out a sword immediately. And when the sword of Alexander came out, the other person would faint and die. That was the power of Alexander the great world conqueror. As soon as he drew out the sword, reverse thing happened. That saint, instead of falling flat and getting fainted, he started laughing very loudly. And then said, you fool, this is the greatest thing, the greatest foolish thing that you have ever told, the greatest lie that you have told. Don't you know your sword cannot pierce me? Don't you know the fire cannot burn me? Don't you know the water cannot melt me? Don't you know the air cannot dry me? I am the birthless, deathless, ever pure, ever blissful Atman. Nainam chindanti shastrani, nainam dahati pavakaha, na chenam kledyantyaapo, na shosheti maruta, achedyoyam, adayoyam, akledyo ashoshevacha, nitya sarvagata sanur, achaloyam sanatana. I am that infinite, immortal soul, birthless, deathless, ever pure, ever blissful Atman. This saint started laughing. Alexander had never seen any person standing with that much courage against his drawn out sword. And he is not only standing, he is laughing. Reverse thing happened. Alexander became nervous and the sword fell down from his hands. And then the saint said, you fool, you want me to take to your country? I can see through my third eye, the eye of knowledge, that you are not going to reach your country. And the history says this is exactly what happened. Alexander could not reach his country. On the way, he had a very peculiar type of fever which did not abate, and he died on the way. And when he would understand that now he was going to die any moment, he called his general and told that I think now I will have to die. That saint was all right. When he told, I am not going to reach, I wanted to see my mother. He was, very fond of mother. He loved his mother like anything. He wanted to meet his mother before death. But he said, I will not be able to meet my mother. I will have to die here. Anyway, prepare a grave for me. And I have 3 wishes. If you can fulfill my 3 wishes, I will be very thankful. The general said, oh, don't talk like that. We will do anything. We can die for you. Please tell us 3 wishes. We will surely carry out your 3 last wishes. He said, my last wish is that when I die, my coffin should be carried by physicians, nobody else. Second, when my coffin is being carried, when my dead body is being carried, the whole path should be strewn with all the diamonds and pebbles and all the ornaments that I have collected from all over the world, that all should be strewn over the path when my dead body is being carried away. Third, when you put me to the grave, put my 2 hands dangling out of the grave. The general said, surely we will carry them out. And then But may I ask you, why you want to carry out these peculiar wishes? Then Alexander was already taking a big, very deep breath. So for some time he stopped and then he said, then he gave the explanation. You see, physicians were telling me that they will save me. No physician on earth can save anybody. So let the physicians take out my dead body. Let the world receive the message. No physician can save a dying person. He has no power. Let the whole world know. Second, I collected so many beautiful diamonds and stones and all that, but not a single pebble, not a single diamond, not a single ornament I am able to take with me after death. Let the whole world know that all the wealth of the whole world is zero, zero value, and so dead body should go over that. Let the world receive that message. And third, let the world receive the message. Alexander came, he conquered the whole world, but he is going empty-handed, with full of sorrow. Let the world receive that though Emperor Alexander conquered the whole world, but he is going empty-handed. The whole value of all that conquest is zero. I have won the game of life, but the net result is zero. I thought I have won the game of life. Net result is zero. I am not able to get out. Let the world receive the message that I am going empty-handed. And that person, that saint, at the time of death I am weeping. And that saint was laughing at the time of death. He has conquered death. He has really fulfilled the purpose of his life. I have missed the goal of my life. So let the world receive the message. The emperor, the Alexander, conquered the whole world, but is going empty-handed. Let us remember, do we want to go empty-handed like Alexander the Great? Or do we want to laugh at the time of death like that saint? This is what we have to remember. What do you mean by winning the game of life? Just earning some money, developing some career, getting some certificates? All these will remain here. You have to go empty-handed. What will go beyond the grave? Not your money, not your certificates, not your degrees for which you have been trying so hard, not your certificates, not your degrees, not your money, not your wealth, not your beautiful houses, not your beautiful car, or your beautiful mobile, or your beautiful computer. All beautiful things will remain here. Nothing you can carry beyond the grave. One thing only will go with you. What is that?
Image.
Huh?
Image.
Image. Okay. Huh? Yeah, your good karmas. Only your good karmas will be your asset. If you have done some good to society, some good to other human beings, those karmas will be your assets, nothing else. And these karmas, based on these karmas, whatever work you have done, you will get the next birth, which will be a better birth if your karmas are good. And if your karmas are bad, a worse. But you have to take birth. Jataste dhruvo janma mritasya cha tasmada pariharyate natvam shochitum arhasi. Those who are born have to die. There is not a single person on this earth who was born, who did not die. Tell me one person. Whether saints or sinners, rich, poor, Indian, American. You know, death does not have any discrimination. Everybody dies. Yes, of course, it may happen that you may live for 120 years and break all the world record of that old woman of Russia and have a Guinness World Record book. But after 120 years, you have to die. You have to die. There is no option for you. No, I don't want to die. Yeah, if you ask anybody, when do you plan to die? No, I don't want to die anytime. No. I never want to die. But that option is not available. You have to die today or tomorrow, at the most after 120 years. But you have to die. But normally speaking, we never want to think about death because that is a very horrible thing. We don't want to imagine that. Oh, don't talk about that, don't talk about that. Hey, go, don't talk about it. Why? We are escapist. We don't want to face the problem on its face. And so don't talk about that. But by just hiding our face into the sand, that does not solve the problem. We have to face the problem squarely. Yes, it will come. Death will come today or tomorrow after 120 years. There is none is there, but will be compelled in the long run to give up everything. Swami Vivekananda says in his book, Work in its Secret. None is there, but will be compelled in the long run to give up everything. You tell me one person. So we will have to. So at that time, it is only the good karmas that will go with you. But with these good karmas, you will get a better life. But then what is the end? Death will come. You know, in this game of life, supposing cricket, you know, there was World Cup. All of you saw the World Cup. The Indian team won, isn't it? How did it win? How did it win? Why did it win? Number one, good teamwork. Number two, hard work. Number three, concentration. Number four, Captain Dhoni said that we were preparing for this victory 2 years back, isn't it? So they were planning for it. So unless until we plan for our victory, we will not be able to achieve victory. So we have to think, what do I want to achieve before death? So that at the time of death, I don't have regrets. This thought has to come to us. And we have to plan for our overall aim of life, the ultimate aim of life. Then we should plan for the long-term goal. And then we should plan for the short-term goal. Yesterday I told you, planning is the most important thing. But for that, analyze. Analyze what is the goal of my life. Analyze what are the priorities of my life. Alexander did not know the priorities of life. So he went for conquest, and collected so many jewels, and collected so much of wealth, and conquered so many things, but ultimately going empty-handed. So we have to be wise, and we have to remember what is really meant by victory.